What up, y'all? It's the New Movement Live. DJ Drewski. Affy is in the building.
What up, what up, what up?
And I don't think there's any people left in Michigan right now because she got the whole gang with her today.
You know, we got to bring the mob out. We got to mob out.
You know, you came through strong, and I heard it's your first time really being in New York City.
Yes, very excited. This is actually a lot of our first time being here.
Really?
Yeah.
So you get to experience it together.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you been to like LA or any other like?
Yeah, we've been to LA, we've been to Vegas, we've been to Miami. We've hit a couple of spots, you know, but New York has always been up there on the list.
Mm-hmm.
We just, you know, hadn't had a chance to actually make it out here, but now that we're here, it's definitely lit.
How many days have you been here?
We've been here for about almost 3 days.
Oh, 3
now.
days.
Yeah.
So far, how's the vibe? You know, was it everything you expected? Even though we're going through the whole COVID thing and
dog, when I tell you that New York is everything I imagined it to be, and it's closed,
right.
So it's like for me to feel like it's everything I thought it would be, and I haven't even seen nothing yet. You know
right,
what I'm saying? So I can only imagine how I'm gonna feel when I come back and everything's like open.
Yeah, and hopefully, well, I feel like the next time you come back, it's gonna be a little different.
Right.
Cause congratulations on your song being played on the radio here in New York City.
Yeah, it's definitely
congratulations pulling up, and we get to chop it up, and I get to
it's a blessing.
Kick it with you early because based on the music and just the energy, it feels like you got a very long career ahead of you.
Thank you so much.
How's it for you, you know, back home when you step out? Is it still, you know, people now know who Affy is?
And see, in Grand Rapids, I get so much love from the city. I'm probably the most known female artist in Grand Rapids.
Right.
So it's like when I do shows in my city or I do music videos, they always come out. They always show out for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a big movement. It's like I'm to the point now where my city really believes in my dream and believes in my movement. And now we're kind of all teaming up together to push it together.
And I respect that because you played me 2 records with features on it from people from your city.
Right.
And it was on like they popped up on you.
Yep.
Yo, let's get it in, and you was with it.
I'm 100%.
What the female? What was her name?
Honey.
Mm-hmm. She never even made a record before.
No, it's her first time. She literally had played me the beat, you know, rapped a couple bars and was like, yo, I want to do something with this. And I've heard her play around rapping before. And I'm like, you got talent. And one thing about me, like, I don't care if you sell popsicles. If I rock with you, I'm going to stand on that corner and buy that popsicle from you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if I see somebody say, hey, I got a dream and I'm trying to push it, oh, let's do it.
But it still got to be somewhat good.
It got to be fire.
She ain't jumping on just anything.
Yeah. We ain't going to just jump on anything. But, like, you know, I feel like as an artist, you can always tell when another artist is serious about their craft. So, you know, with me hearing what she had, I knew if I sat down, it was going to go even crazier after that. Like, if it was just hot, just hearing how she started off, I was like, I can only imagine where the song is going to go. Let me do this.
But why is that important to you to do that? Or to just be that person and be like, you know what?
Because, you know, in this world, it's like it's unnormal to be a helping hand nowadays.
Right.
It's not normal. It's not the norm to just be a friend and help people. You know what I'm saying? I want people to know, like, we don't have to be like that. Like, we can lift each other up. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of us have grown up in a way of feeling like only one person can shine at a time. Like, nah, we can all shine. You know what I mean? And sometimes you could shine better when you guys are all kind of teaming up together and helping each other get up there. You know what I'm saying? It's not a competition all the time. We could really get out there and be like, hey, I got a style, you got a style. Let's come together and do something bigger.
Now, you spoke about growing up. Let's talk about you growing up. For people that, you know, that not in tune with Affy, we know Grand Rapids, you was born and raised.
Yep.
Was there music going on in the house? Was your family musicians? Were there rappers?
So I'm Eritrean, both parents. I'm East African.
Oh, okay.
My parents, their English isn't the greatest, so it wasn't really no music coming from them. You know what I mean? But as I was getting older, I have an older brother and sister, and my brother did battle rap, and my sister did music. So growing up, kind of watching both of them in their field, kind of put it together and made me. You know?
Right, all around.
Yeah.
Because Affy's music, she's not talking nice.
Right. Oh, we real jazzy, you know. We real. I'm from Michigan, so we confident, we cocky. We really gonna come hard when we approach you. You gonna hear us. You know what I'm saying? And
for a female, and I hate saying that. I'm probably sure at this point you hate it, but like you rapping harder than some of the dudes that I hear. Yeah, you know what I'm saying there's male artists that can't even talk like that.
I want to get to the point where it's like it's so heavy that they stop even remembering the fact that I'm a chick. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be where when you play that track, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, keep that in rotation.
Right.
I like that. You know what I'm saying?
Dudes in jail listening to Affy, getting motivated.
Yeah. I don't want to just be for the women. I want to be for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I want anybody to hear my track and feel it and relate to it and, you know, want it for themselves.
Now, sometimes when a female goes so hard, people might think, yo, there's some cap in that. Mm-hmm. From your energy, though, I feel like what you speaking about is 100%. Yeah. Either that or you a great actress.
We thorough. And, you know, like I told people, even if you feel like, you know, you want to drop something and you feel like, oh, this ain't me, you got to deliver it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to get up there and really show them like, nah, this is me. This is heavy. I don't want you to second guess nothing I'm saying to you. I want to be able to get on the mic and even if I'm like, yo, I just robbed 3 banks yesterday. You know what I'm saying? You like, yo, she did it.
Right.
She did it.
She's snitching on herself, but she probably did it.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you ever robbed 3 banks, let me just hold something like Affy.
I got you.
You submitted, not you didn't even know, but your team submitted actually a record. We had Coyle Ray up here, who's another, you know, female artist doing her things. You know, some people feel like she's successful already. She still feels like she's working hard. But that record, I think everyone that was up here was like, oh, she going crazy on it. That one was called Cancel. Mm-hmm. That's the newest record, the newest video that's out right now.
Out, yep.
Is that the one where you take the crown and you crush it?
Nope, that's Affy Reloaded Part 2.
Part 2. Because let's talk about that record because I feel like you had to get something off your chest on that one.
So with that record, because a lot of people ask me like, was it shots?
Right.
Shots?
Yes, that's my question.
It sounds like it, but one thing I say about that track is, it was very personal. It was shots. It was everything you could think of, and it's not to a specific person. It's to everybody. I want everybody from my city who hears that song. I want it to add that flame under them. You know what I'm saying?
And to let them know what type of time you was on.
You know, like it's like with the tape that's coming out, it's the Affy Reloaded. So you'll have part 1, 2, and 3. It's really just an introduction and really showing them who I am and what I'm coming with and what we plan on showing the world.
Right.
So I just really wanted that Affy Reloaded Part 2 to really wake people up and be like, okay, something's coming.
Yeah. Because if from 1 to 2, it was a different tone. Mm-hmm. And are we going to get from Part 2 to 3 a whole different Affy?
It's going to be a whole different Affy on Part 3. See, it's like there's stages. So Part 1 was just really like, yo, I'm Affy.
Okay. Let me introduce myself.
Yeah,
Part 1.
Part 2 was really you better wake up because I'm not playing.
I'm here.
And number 3 is, hello.
It's not 3 is recorded already.
Already recorded.
So it's not Affy after coming to New York City. It's already the Affy.
It's Affy. All the way.
And I seen from Part 1 to Part 2, the ring on your finger changed. Mm-hmm. Can we speak about that? Or is that Affy don't talk about that?
You know what? You gotta hear the tape. You're gonna hear all about
it.
You
talk
everything
about that.
You wanna know, you gotta hear the tape and bam.
But you see how I pay attention to okay.
Like
you see that? Because I said
you said it when you watch the thing, you said, oh, she married.
I did?
Yeah, you say, oh, she married.
But I ain't see Part 1. Yeah. But then I realized from Part 1 to Part 2, you know, personally, there's a different Affy there.
Yeah.
And you talk about it in your music.
Yeah, and definitely with Part 2, you know, like even for example, you said the comment about the crown. You know, Part 2 is really telling them because there was so much commotion in my city about, oh, there's a top 10 this and there's this and who's hot and who's not, and that's what I want to tell people. Like, it ain't about who the queen of the city is. We all could be winning. You know what I mean? Like, let's break that. It's not about who is the top or whatever. Get on your grind. Get in your bag. Do what you got to do. Stop focusing about who's top what, top this, top that. Just do you and push you, and you'll get to where you're trying to go.
Some people might, you know, say the top artists could be based on followers, based on money, based on clout. What do you define success? As far as artists go, when you look at an artist and they might have 1 million followers, 1 million, 2 million YouTube views, to you might be like, that ain't nothing because I know what's really going on.
Right.
So how does Affy define success?
Being able to win, being yourself. You know what I'm saying? In this industry, it's so hard to just be able to be yourself. You're very influenced to try to be like somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And they push these brands out, they push these artists out, and they say, oh, this is what we love, this is the sound, this is what we want you to do. Like, no. These artists, like, for example, you have Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj. They have their own styles. None of them came in like, oh, I'm going to rap like her, I'm going to dress like her, I'm going to wear this like her. No, they came with their own style, and that's why they won, because they came with their own style. Right. So it's like, I know a chick that can sing like Beyonce. I know a dude who could rap like Meek Mill, but we got that already. They're not looking for that. So I could jump on a stage and give you one of them, but that's not going to get me nowhere because the game has that. the best way to succeed in this is to come as yourself 100% and show them something that no other artist can give them.
Right. How'd you get to where you at today? How would you, for artists too that pay attention to what you're doing? Because I'm sure in your city, a lot of the young artists and new artists, like, damn, Affy, she out here, she moving. How would you explain to them, this is how, I know hard work, but what steps did you take? What things did you move around to really get to where you at?
Two main points that I feel like any new artist should remember, and that's you got to put in your footwork and you got to watch the company that you keep. A lot of people don't realize that just by having certain people in your circle that are not for you and not for what you're doing can slow you up and can take you off of your trail. You know what I mean? So it's like you got to make sure that not only are you on point, but, the people that you choose to have around you and see what you're doing,
Right.
You got to be aware of that, because you could really get messed up in this game having the wrong person.
Have you been through those experiences where something happened, it might have not been you, but someone around you that slowed down?
I think with every season, you get those moods with different people where you're like, okay, well, maybe it's not going to work out with this person. Maybe this person isn't for me. But it's like, I feel like everybody's in your life for whatever season they may be. It's lessons that you learn throughout that. I just say that, as you go through your seasons, you make sure you always cleaning up shop, because it could be somebody who, hey, I met you in 2005, but in 2020, you might have not worked for me. You know what I'm saying? Because your season in my life was then. And that was what I needed to create with you during that time. And now I'm on this level. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be tension. It doesn't have to be beef. But sometimes you just got to get to that part of adulthood where you say, hey, this is what works for me and this is what doesn't work for me.
You just outgrow some things. Is there anyone from 2005 that in 2022 or 2021, when you're on Billboard, that you want to let us know now that maybe can expose you or anything? You know what I'm saying? Someone from your past?
Even if they did.
Oh, so
even if somebody was to magically have anything that they could possibly expose me for, to me, it's like, so what? I mean, it's very, very hard to throw salt on somebody who's already seasoned.
Because I feel like today, I'm not into it, but there's a lot of like clout chasing going on, right?
Yeah.
When it's artists, and it don't matter what level. Once
For
you get to a certain level, you see what like Megan and Tori's going through. It's kind of like petty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that happens. So I was just saying we could clear the air right now, Affy, if you want to.
I just realized now that, when somebody exposes you, you don't really lose by them exposing you. You lose by how you respond to it. You could really mess up everything just by the way that you respond to them trying to negatively, show who you are. So it's like, in my eyes, I know that I've always moved 100. I know that anything I've ever done in my life is out of real loyalty, love, respect. So if somebody was to call me out about something years from now when I'm on, it's like, that's a
not years from now, months from now when you feel me?
On. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. I'm somebody who, even if you hate me, I got love for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no bad energy this way, so.
It is what it is.
Just know if you come for Affy, you better come heavy. You better come heavy. You know what I'm saying? It might not be you got to worry about. It might just be the mob. You know what I'm saying?
It's not going to be Affy.
Affy's chill. Affy's a friendly person. You know what I'm saying? But Affy definitely comes with a team, and my team moves very strong and very together. So,
outside of the music, what do you guys, because I'm sure you have your team with you a lot. What do you guys do for fun? What does Affy do for fun besides, stuck in the studio recording?
So, with me and my crew, like, we actually enjoy just seeing each other succeed. So it might be, Monday might be, oh, Affy got to go to the studio. She got interviews. She got this. And then Tuesday, my best friend might say, oh, I got to open up my store and we got new arrivals. So can we come push this and do that? And then on Wednesday, my other best friend might call me and be like, hey, I'm opening up my food truck. We're going to do a sale today. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has something going on in my team. There's not one member of my team that doesn't have their own lane of what they're doing. So we just kind of, backpedal off each other. Like, one day is for one of us, one day is for one of us, and everybody
support one another.
You know what I'm saying? And
build.
With that, it's so easy to win. Like, for example, two of my closest friends, Coop Witherspoon and Neek. Neek Monet has a store. It's called Instapop, which is one of my sponsors, and Coop Witherspoon has a food truck called GR Street Food, and he's also one of my sponsors. And we kind of work together. So, like, Nika have the store open. Coop's food truck will be right in front
outside
of the store. You know what I'm saying?
And you're doing promo.
And I'm doing a mixtape release.
Right.
Come to Instapop and pull up on me and come holler at me. You know what I'm saying? And now all of us is moving. You know what I mean? At the same time.
Do you ever, like, cook some fries or burgers in the food truck?
Coop keeps me off of his truck.
Are you good at cooking? Maybe you're just not good at cooking. That's probably why.
I mean.
How would you say your cooking skills are?
I am the truth at ordering food online.
Oh, I knew it.
The truth.
I was gonna say, are you a better rapper or a better cooker?
Rapper.
100%.
For sure. If the world needed me, I would hope that they would need me in a music way, because I cannot save y'all if it got to be with the kitchen.
We're gonna have to ask your fiance about your cooking.
If there's a fiance, who knows?
You gotta listen to the tape.
We gotta listen to the tape.
And speaking of the tape, part 1's out, part 2's out. You said part 3's coming, and that's gonna be on the tape.
Yep. And how we're gonna do it is when we drop the tape, we're gonna drop the video to Reloaded Part 3. So
got it.
It's gonna be same day. You're gonna get the Affy Reloaded Part 3, and the tape will drop. So.
And how many records besides part 3 is on the tape?
I believe it's gonna be 11 tracks, but depending on how I'm feeling is,
depending on when you wake up that day.
Yeah, I might wake up and be like, forget it, we gonna throw 3 bonus tracks on there. You know what I'm saying? You never know, but we gonna see. It's definitely got a lot of spice on it, a lot of fire. We have some really good features on there. A lot of different sounds coming on there, so it's gonna be real dope.
Can we speak about some of the features?
Yeah. We got Rocky Bad from Detroit. We got Risk Taker D-Boy. Skilla Baby, Rio the Young OG, Louis Ray. From Grand Rapids, we got Big Bank Dantes, Honey. We have so many people collabing with us on this, Red Peso. We just really wanted to make sure that not only did we catch Affy, but we catch Grand Rapids. You know what I'm saying? And really show people like, yeah, it ain't just beef here. Like, we team up, we get it popping.
Is there any features that you feel like you didn't get that you want on this tape?
On this tape, yeah, I couldn't get the feature from the whole city, but it's more to come. It's more tapes to come. It's more collabs to come. I don't want to speak too much on them because, like I said, I might wake up tomorrow and be a viral sensation. You know what I'm saying? So like, just know every tape that come out is gonna be different drip on it. And
do we have a date for that tape?
We don't have the exact date, but it will be next month for sure.
Somewhere in April. Yeah. I mean October. I don't know where I'm at. I'm in a whole different world. It might. How about Halloween? No,
we could.
Too dark.
We could do a Halloween thing. I actually have a big idea for Halloween. That I'm doing this year. I'm gonna do this 7 days of Halloween. So for the whole week of Halloween, I will be uploading a different character.
Oh, dope. Yep. In costume.
In costume, full costume.
And you got your
hair to the
characters already.
Yeah.
And then
I ain't gonna tell y'all who the characters is.
Yeah, we're not gonna ask because I see you don't like to give up any secrets.
I ain't gonna give y'all.
She's
all
so gangster, she can't even give up her Halloween secrets. But do you usually dress up for Halloween? Do you celebrate American holidays?
I do, but like I'm not like let me put on a costume kind of chick.
Right. You ain't a sexy cop or tiger.
I ain't doing all that. But this year I am. This year I'm gonna spice it up. You know what I'm saying? This year we just want to. One thing about me is I've kind of been like a tomboy my whole life, but 2020 we coming with a totally different style. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to be able to show my fans like, yeah, I could do this too.
Is the cover of the project done yet? Because I'm trying to figure out if you're going to have blonde hair, red hair.
Oh, yeah. You got to wait and see because with Affy, let me tell you, Affy got so many personalities. I have so many different colors I go through.
I know. That was my question because I'm trying to figure out what color hair is going to be on that.
And my fan base always says that. Like, dude, every time you drop a video, you got different color hair. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of like my thing. You know what I'm saying? I love to switch up the colors of the hair.
Do you have a favorite color when you do it?
Yeah, blue. Nipsey blue is my favorite.
Nipsey blue.
For sure. Because Nipsey's Eritrean, just like me. You know what I'm saying? He's my favorite artist. Like, it's always love for the late great Nipsey Hussle, but yeah, Nipsey blue. That's been my favorite color out of all of them.
Besides Nip, is there any other inspiration you pull from like artists as far as that inspire you?
Yeah, for sure. Lauryn Hill was one of my biggest inspirations growing up. Missy Elliott for sure. But I don't even want to speak too much on the older ones. There's a lot of new cats in the game that I really love their style. Mulatto right now is my number one. Like, I wake up in the morning and when I need that push to get in my Affy bag, I pop one of them tracks on and she get me jazzy. She get me ready to get in my zone. You know what I'm saying? So I love her style. And it's so many artists that are not, you know what I'm saying, up there.
Right.
That are still, like, I still
and you listen to.
Yeah, for sure. In my city, there's this dude named Kendall Huff. I listen to literally all the time. He's on Apple Music too. Check him out, K Huff. I just really likes that he raps his real life and he raps what he's been through and what he's seen and about his kids and his struggle and his family. And I just love his flow. I love his flow. Well,
we look forward to hearing part 3. Yes. What's the name of the album?
Affy Reloaded.
Reloaded. You're going with Reloaded. Affy Reloaded, the new movement, DJ Drewski. Give them your Instagram, how they can follow you, how they can download the music, all that good stuff.
You guys can follow me on YouTube, Instagram, all the good stuff, Affy Official. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll keep you up to date on the tape, and when it releases, you'll be the first to know. So make sure you guys check me out, Affy Official, on Instagram.
And if you could guess what color her hair is on the album cover, I'll give you $1,000.
Period.
There it is. The new movement, DJ Drewski. You know the vibes.